Christ, I'm so tired. So many people talk about, oh, are the evolutions cats or are they dogs? Or are the legendary beasts cats or are they dogs? I'm here to give the official definitive answer. This is completely unbiased, completely built on fact, and vibes, mostly vibes. All right, Bulbasaur. It is a cat. That's a cat. It's got the pointy ears. It's got the little cat-like eyes. It sunbathes because it's a plant. That's a cat. Ivysaur, also a cat. I'd argue it's even more so a cat. It's got the little fangs, and it's really cute. Ivysaur is one of my favorite Pokemon, by the way. Venusaur, I would also argue that this is a cat. It's just a guy. It's a big old guy. Charmander gives me dog energy. Like you teach this thing to play fetch. Like, look at his face. He's got the canine teeth. Looks like he'd be a carnivore. So are cats. Damn. The claws also kind of give me they kind of read dog, because cats can kind of retract their claws. Dogs can't. I'm coping. I'm sorry. Just based on vibes, this is a dog. Charmeleon, also a dog by proxy. Although those claws are giving kind of cat, but it's a dog. It's a really pointy dog. I'd give it like a Doberman rating. Charizard, also a dog. I don't think I need to elaborate. Squirtle's a dog. Squirtle's giving dog. It's got a cat smile, but it's like I'm picturing like throwing pool toys into the water and it goes and fetches it for you. That's a dog. Wartortle is also a dog. Also, I'm sure they can wag their tail, and if they could, they would. Blastoise, also a dog. It just wants to be perceived and told that it's a good boy. Caterpie, it's literally in the name. That's a cat. Metapod, by proxy, is also a cat. It lays around. It doesn't do a whole lot. And that describes some of the cats that I've met. Butterfree. I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say this is a dog. Caterpie and Metapod are cats. This is a dog. Weedle's a cat. I don't have a reason. It's just the vibes. Cocoon is also a cat. Beedrill is also a cat. It's a very angry cat that does not like people. It wants to be the only cat. And it will make it your problem if anything goes awry. Pidgey, that is a dog. That is the most basic Labrador Retriever Pokemon I've ever seen. Like, you can't own a Pidgey, a Pidgeotto, or a Pidgeot without being accused of being like a golden retriever boyfriend, you know? Like, it's the vibes. It's the vibes, it's the hair, it's giving dog. Rattata's a cat. Yeah, I'd imagine even the Alolan one, like, they go around, they scuffle about in the bushes, they steal food. That's a cat. Raticate, also a cat. It's just a big fat cat that thinks it's in charge, and most of the time it is. Spearow, that's the difficult one. It's giving dog vibes. Kind of like Pidgey, but like the flavor is slightly off. Same with Fearow, that's a dog. Ekans, that's a cat. Those are cat eyes if I've ever seen them. Arbok is also a cat. Pikachu, that is a dog. That is a golden retriever dog. Anybody that likes Pikachu has a golden retriever. That's law. Raichu, also a dog. Sandshore's cat. You can see the ears, you can see the claws. It's got the little snout. That's a cat. Sandslash is also a cat. Nidoran, That's a dog. Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidoran, Nidorino, Nidoking, those are all dogs. Clefairy's a cat. I'm not biased at all. It's math, it's the ears, it's the claws, it's the toothy smile. That's a cat. Same with Clefable, that's a cat. Vulpix is a dog. It's a fox. Foxes are dogs. Don't come at me. It's also just the vibes. It's like a little lap dog. And Alolan Vulpix is like a Beverly Hills lap dog. Ninetales, same thing. That's a dog. It's a very poofy, floofy show dog, but it's a dog. Jigglypuff is a cat. It's got the ears. It's got the big old eyes. It's got no thoughts behind its eyes. It's just that's a cat. Wigglytuff is also a cat. I hesitated for a moment because of the ears, but that's a cat. Zubat, also a cat. It's got cat ears. Golbat is even more so a cat. Oddish. That's cat vibes. I don't know how to explain it. That's cat vibes. Gloom is also a cat, specifically a black cat. It's just like brooding and not 100% aware of where it is. Vileplume is also a cat. Paris is a dog. I don't know how to explain it. That's a dog. That's gonna cling to you for dear life if you try to leave the house, kind of dog. Same with Parasect, except it doesn't really know where it is. It doesn't have a mind of its own, really. It just follows you wherever blindly. Venonat is a cat. That's a cat. Venomoth, also a cat. Diglett is a dog. Dogs like to dig, and cats usually don't. Same with Alolan Diglett, that is a dog. Dugtrio is just 3 dogs. Meowth, that's a cat, obviously. Easiest question. Alolan Meowth, also a cat. Galarian Meowth, also a cat. All of them are wonderful cats. Mwah, 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 beautiful babies. Same with Persian, that's a cat. Psyduck, I would argue, is a cat. It just kind of ignores you and doesn't really know where it is. And when it evolves, it just grows claws and it becomes more sassy. That's a cat. Mankey's a dog. Mankey is absolutely a dog. I could see some kind of bulldog. It's just like, I don't know where I am, but you took my toy, so. Same with Primeape, that's a dog. Growlithe is a dog, obviously. Arcanine is a dog. Poliwag is a dog. Poliwhirl is a dog. Poliwrath is a dog. Abra's a cat. It's got cat ears. It's got a little tail. It's very cute. Kadabra, also a cat. Slightly less cute. I've never been a big fan of Kadabra. I mean, just look at it. Alakazam, also a cat. Machop is actually one of the few that I decided on before I started recording. This one's a dog. It gives big dog energy. Same with its evolutions. Machoke and Machamp, those are dogs. Bellsprout, that is a cat. I don't know how to explain it. It's vibes. Weepinbell, cat. Victreebel, cat. And it's kind of got like the fangs going on. It's kind of got like a weird tail thing. Tentacool. Tentacool can be a cat. I feel like it just kind of lingers at like the beach and in port towns, and like that's where cats hang out. Cats hang out where the fish are. Tentacool is where the fish are. So Tentacruel is also a cat. Geodude. That's a dog. Graveler is also a dog. Both forms. Golem is also a dog. Ponyta is a cat. You can see the ears. They're vaguely cat-shaped. Same with Galarian Ponyta. That's just a prissy little show cat. Love that for her. Rapidash is also a cat. Slowbro, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that is a dog. Normally I'd say anything without any thoughts in its eyes is a cat. But dogs are like that too, a lot of the time. This one's like a pot-bellied, lazing around on the couch kind of dog. But definitely a dog. Same with Slowbro. Slowbro's got one of those emotional support animal certificates that you buy online. That's a dog. Magnemite, that's a cat. Magneton is also a cat. Farfetch'd is a dog. Doduo and Dodrio are dogs. Seal is... I'll say you can be a dog too. Even though you're a sea lion, you give me dog vibes. It's like a... something about the face makes me think of like Goofy from Mickey Mouse Cinematic Universe. Dugong by proxy is also a dog. Grimer is a dog, specifically like a, what's the word? Garbage disposal dog. Like, that's the dog you give the leftover scraps on your plate. Same with Muck, both forms. That's a garbage disposal dog. Shelter, that's a dog. It's got his tongue sticking out. That's a dog. Cloister, I guess. I'd actually... No, Cloister can be a cat. Cloister gives me cat vibes. It's more mischievous. Ghastly is a cat. It's got the mischievous eyes. It's got the fangs. It's incorporeal, but if it was corporeal, that would be a cat. Same with Haunter, and same with Gengar. They're also just kind of mischievous in general. Mega Gengar is actually kind of giving dog, but yeah, no, that's a dog. Onyx is a dog. Drowsy, that's a dog. Hypno is a dog. It's got cat ears, but it's still a dog. Kingler, that's a cat. It's got claws. Oh no, this is Krabby. It's a cat. And this one's also a cat. Voltorb, that's a dog. That is a dog's best friend. It is a ball. Therefore, by proxy, it is a dog. Same with Electrode. Execute is just a bunch of balls. That is a dog. Executor, also a dog. That's like the dog you take to the beach with you, and it's excited about the water for like 5 seconds, and then it realizes, oh wait, there are other people here. I'm gonna go sit in the shade. Alolan Executor, also a dog. It's got even bigger dog energy than normal Executor. Cubone, that is a cat. That is a stray picked off the street cat, if I've ever seen one. Marowak, also a cat. Hitmonlee is a cat, and Hitmonchan is a dog. I don't make the rules. Lickitung, that's a cat. Coughing is a dog with the most rancid farts. Sorry to be whipping out the potty humor. It's just fact. That's a dog. Weezing is a dog. Rhyhorn is a dog. Rhydon is a dog. Chansey is a dog as well. Chansey is like a service dog. Tangela is a cat. With the same logic as Voltorb being a dog, Tangela kind of looks like a ball of yarn, and that's what cats like. So Tangela gets to be a cat. Kangaskhan, that's a dog. That's like that's one of those like dogs that you see like adopting kittens and fostering cats. Like that's a dog. Mega Kangaskhan is also a dog. Horsey is a cat. Tentacool logic, it's hanging out where the cats are hanging out, which is next to the water. Well, Horsey's in the water. I'm not going to question my own logic. That's just vibes. That's a cat. Seadra is a sassy cat. Goldeen is a dog. I don't know how to explain it. That's a dog. Seaking, also a dog. That dog does not know where it is. Staryu, that is a dog. Starmie is also a dog. Mr. Mime is a cat. I don't trust him. What are you up to, sir? Galarian Mr. Mime is also a cat. Scyther is a cat. Jinx is a cat also. Electabuzz is definitely a cat. It's got like tabby markings. It's got fangs. That's a cat. Magmar on the opposite side is a dog. It's the vibes. It hangs out with jugglers. Jugglers like balls, I guess. This is just going based off of like Gen 4 Heart Gold Soul Silver. All of the this is like one juggler on one route that has a Magmar, and I'm like, yeah, that's a dog. Pinsir is a dog. Mega Pinsir gives me cat vibes. Okay, Pinsir normal is a dog. Mega Pinsir is a cat. Tauros, that's a dog. You gotta brush it a lot, but that is a dog through and through, no matter what breed. That is a dog. Magikarp. Sweet Magikarp. Magikarp gets to be a dog. Gyarados is a dog. This is why I made Magikarp a dog. Gyarados is absolutely a dog. I do not know how to explain it, and I don't owe anybody an explanation. This is my video. Lapras is a cat. Very pretty cat. Ditto is anything you want it to be. Is what I would say if I was a coward. That is a cat. Eevee. Eevee is the interesting question because I always hear people talking about, oh, are the evolutions cats or dogs? Technically, they're based off of foxes. Technically, Eevee is based off of a fox. But saying dog on Eevee just doesn't sound right. That's a cat. Eevee specifically is a cat. Vaporeon is a cat. It's very graceful. It's very sleek. Jolteon is a dog. That thing will play frisbee with you for 5 hours. Flareon, also a dog. Porygon, that's a cat. That's a lay on your keyboard cat. Ammonite is also a cat. I do not trust him. What are you doing? Omastar, that is what Ammonite turns into when you figure out what he's doing. That is a cat. Kabuto is a cat. Kabutops is a cat. Aerodactyl is a dog in every sense of the word. It's got the jaws that'll bite you if you're not careful. Snorlax is a cat. It's got the ears. It's sleepy. It's got claws. That's a cat. Articuno is a cat. It's giving cat. Yeah, that's a cat. Zapdos, that's a dog. Moltres is a... Okay, normal Moltres is a dog. Galarian Moltres is a cat. Dratini is a cat. Dragonair is a cat. Dragonite is a dog. And then Mewtwo is a dog. Actually, no. Mewtwo is related to Mew, and Mew is absolutely a cat. So that makes Mewtwo a cat, just by proxy. And then, of course, Mew is a cat. There are all of my ratings.